Good morning and a very warm welcome to the Breakfast Rundown on TV1. For the Newsfirst team, I am Therunee Karunaratne. Today, we mark the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, highlighting the urgent need to end all forms of violence. Meanwhile, the Met Department has warned of continued showers across the island, with heavy falls in several provinces as well. Well, in Karunaratne, one lane of the Rockfall hit road has been reopened after a deadly rockfall. Health authorities warned of a rising dengue risk, urging caution around water collection points during the rainy weather. And also in the eastern province, police are investigating the removal of archaeological signboards in Batticaloa, with suspects on the run after 7 boards were recovered. Overseas, US and Ukraine officials are working on a refined peace plan, while Xi Jinping and Donald Trump discussed Taiwan and trade relations, with reciprocal visits confirmed for the year 2026. In sport, Sri Lanka faces Zimbabwe in the 5th Tri-Nation T20 match in Rawalpindi today. Stay tuned to the Breakfast Rundown for the full details on all these stories. As always, we start off with news here at home. Today marks a global reminder for the urgent need to end violence against women and girls. The International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women is observed today. This year's theme calls on the world to unite to end digital violence against women and girls. Advocacy for recognizing November 25th as a day dedicated to ending violence against women began in 1981, led by women's rights activists. The date was chosen in remembrance of a tragic incident on the 25th of November 1960, when 3 sisters from the same family in the Dominican Republic were assassinated on the orders of then-dictator Rockfall Trujillo. The sisters had long resisted his authoritarian rule, becoming symbols of courage against oppression. Now, responding to decades of advocacy, the United Nations General Assembly officially declared the 25th of November as the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women on the 17th of December 1999. This day has been commemorated globally since the year 2000. Now, Minister of Women and Child Affairs of Sri Lanka, Saroja Paulraj, says that in this country, 20% of women are subjected to at least some form of violence. Turning now to the country's weather situation, the Met Department says that the prevailing showery conditions over the island are expected to continue during the next few days. Cloudy skies can be expected over most parts of the island. Showers or thunder showers will occur at times in the northern, north central, eastern and Uva provinces and in the Hambantota and Matale districts. Showers or thunder showers will occur in the other areas of the island after 1 p.m. Heavy falls above 100 millimeters are likely at some places in the eastern, north central, Uva and southern provinces. Fairly heavy falls above 75 millimeters are likely at some places in other areas of the island as well. Fairly strong winds of about 40 kilometers per hour can be expected at times over the northern province. And as always, the general public is requested to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by temporary localized strong winds and lightning during thunder showers. Well, this morning we also have a development concerning the recent rockfall incident in Lower Karunaratne. The Road Development Authority says that one lane of the Lower Karunaratne Road, previously closed due to the fatal rockfall that claimed 6 lives, will be reopened to traffic today. RDA Director General K.W. Kandambi stated that in the coming days, all remaining rocks along the upper section of the road will be cleared. A specialized team from the National Building Research Organization, or the NBRO, has been deployed to assess the removal of dangerous rocks in the Karunaratne area. The operation is being led by K.N. Bandara, Director of the Geotechnical Division. Now, using LiDAR technology, the team collected detailed geotechnical data of the affected area. Dr. Gamini Jatisa, Director of the NBRO's Landslide Research Division, stated that following this survey, measures will be taken to remove hazardous rocks. The landslide that occurred on Saturday morning in Lower Karunaratne resulted in 6 fatalities and left 4 others injured. Meanwhile, the Department of Railways says a special inspection was carried out in Karunaratne along the Colombo-Kandy railway line. The inspection was conducted to determine whether there was any risk of landslides or rockfalls in the vicinity. A joint team comprising officials from the Department of Railways and the National Building Research Organization carried out this assessment. The Department of Railways stated that the inspection revealed no identified risks to the railway line in that area. Well, persistent showers have prompted health authorities to warn of increased dengue exposure in affected areas. The All Ceylon Public Health Inspectors Association has warned that the ongoing rainy weather has heightened the risk of dengue outbreaks across the island. Association Secretary Chamil Muthukudas urges the public to follow proper health and safety measures when engaging in activities around water collection points as well as wells. He also reminds residents to exercise caution in water usage during the current rainy conditions to prevent mosquito breeding and reduce the risk of the spread of the disease. In an update coming in from the Eastern Province today, police have intensified investigations into the incident of the removal of archaeological signboards. 4 police teams have launched investigations to arrest 6 suspects, including the chairman of the Balachena Pradeshiya Sabha, in connection with the removal of archaeological signboards in the Batiklo district. Police said suspects have fled the area. Yesterday, a 53-year-old suspect was arrested in Kiran Balachena in connection to this incident. He is scheduled to be produced before court today. The investigation began following a complaint filed by the Archaeology Office in Kiran Balachena. According to the department, archaeological signboards installed in the Tihilivatta Junction, Palachene, Kondubachena and Saraveli have been removed by the Balachena Pradeshiya Sabha. Police further stated that 7 of the removed signboards were found yesterday within the premises of the Balachena Korale Pattu Pradeshiya Sabha and have been taken into police custody. With that, let's move on to international news for this morning. Chinese leader Xi Jinping pressed the ever-sensitive issue of Taiwan in a phone call yesterday with US President Donald Trump as he stressed the need to build on a fragile trade truce between the two superpowers. China's foreign ministry said the call touched on other issues like Ukraine as well, but Taiwan featured prominently, with China embroiled in a weeks-long diplomatic row with key US ally Japan over the self-governing island. International media report that Xi told Trump, and I quote, "Given what is going on, it is even more important for us to jointly safeguard the victory of World War II," unquote. Now, the bitter dispute between Tokyo and Beijing was triggered by new Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi suggesting this month that Tokyo could intervene militarily in any attack on Taiwan. While the United States does not officially recognize Taiwan's claim to statehood, Washington remains the island's most important partner and arms supplier. Trump praised US-China relations in a social media post after the call, calling it extremely strong, but made no mention of the contentious issues of Taiwan. According to China's foreign ministry, Trump told Xi Jinping during their discussion that the United States understands how important the Taiwan question is to China. The US president's statement also confirmed that he will visit China in April 2026 and that Xi Jinping will come to Washington later in 2026. Now, the US and Ukrainian officials sought to narrow the gaps between them yesterday over a plan to end the war in Ukraine after agreeing to modify a US proposal that Kyiv and its European allies saw as a Kremlin wish list. In a joint statement, Washington and Kyiv said they had drafted a refined peace framework after talks in Geneva on Sunday. Though there were no specifics, the dialogue received a cautious welcome from some of Ukraine's allies. President Volodymyr Zelensky said that Ukraine's delegation to the talks with US officials in Switzerland was returning home yesterday to report back. US President Donald Trump hinted at new progress. Trump posted on his social media, and I quote, "Is it really possible that big progress is being made in peace talks between Russia and Ukraine? Don't believe it until you see it. but something good just may be happening, unquote. Later at the White House, spokeswoman Caroline Leavitt said there were a couple of points of disagreement remaining, but they are confident that they will be able to work through those. She said Trump wanted a deal as quickly as possible, but there was no meeting currently scheduled between the U.S. President and Zelensky. Zelensky said in his nightly video address that the plan has now incorporated correct points, but sensitive issues were to be discussed with Trump. Coming up next is sports news for this morning. And in sports, it's cricket. The fifth match of the Tri-Nation T20 series featuring Sri Lanka, Pakistan and Zimbabwe will be held today. Sri Lanka will take on Zimbabwe in a crucial encounter, with victory being vital for both teams to qualify for the tournament's final. Pakistan, having won all three of its previous matches, has already secured a spot in the final. The match is scheduled to be played in Rawalpindi, Pakistan, starting at 6:30 p.m. Sri Lanka time. And that's a wrap of the Breakfast Rundown on TV1 for today. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'll see you once again tomorrow, same time, same place, with details of more of the very latest from here at home and around the world. Take care. Have a wonderful day ahead.